Already chainsaws and Marlin firearms, a few of my favorite things. I got a 4570, a Marlin 444 Marlin, and a Marlin in 3030. And I was kind of curious. I've done other testing and just kind of how they perform being shot into relatively green aspen. They're starting to, it's a couple months cured already, so it's drying out a bit. But here's the bullets. So I put in two 4570s the first 2 years. We've got the first one is a 410 grain subsonic, a 325, then the 444 is a 265, and then 170 grain RP, so Remington, in the 3030. So again, this is kind of backyard science here, but on the we'll work down. So in the 325 4570, they're not giving me any data on energy, but 200 feet per second of muzzle velocity. And the subsonic was shot next, 410 grain, and again, no energy, but they are giving me about 1075 FPS. The Marlin 444 and 265, they say 2,325 feet per second. So, you know, it's cruising a little faster than the other ones. And then good old RP doesn't publish their info, but I looked on Winchester and I grabbed some Federal, and they're all spouting out about 2,200 feet per second, and they're giving 1,800, somewhere around there is energy for the 3030. So anyway, when it came down to performance, I don't know what you guys think, kind of just off the top of your head, what you think would which would outperform, which would travel further, which would be the gun you would want to have deep penetration in the skull or matter of a bear that's coming at you, or what, or you could just fend yourself with that too. But yeah, it's kind of raises some questions. So let's look at the data and what happened here. So we'll start with the 4570 325 grain, and when I chainsawed pretty good right through the bullet, but we did get good, and this is definitely one bullet I found, and it kind of worked its way over to the knot here, so it could have gone a little further. So I was pretty happy with the distance on that one, and if we give it on a tape measure here, we're somewhere in around that a 7 1/4, 3/4 to 8 inch, 7 to 8 inch kind of thing. Again, it hit that knot, so who knows, maybe it would have traveled a little further. But yeah, I mean, it leaves a big channel. Moving over subsonic, or a heavier bullet, I don't know if you can kind of compare channels, you know, kind of finger size there. It's definitely got a bit more of a bigger whack in here. Here's some of the tip. I never did find the actual bullet. I don't know if it kind of curled in under here and it's further in here or not, but as for distance there, you know, we're sitting around that 5.5 to 6 inches, but again, we're traveling half the speed, so just a heavier whack. When it comes over to the 444, you can actually still see the bullet in there. again, it channeled through a good 8 inches there. It didn't, 7.5 at least. And the tip of that metal is probably up into almost 8 there. It didn't hit much for obstruction there. Let me try to pop that out. But and then our 30-30, I kind of lost it here, but it definitely went a good 7 to 7.5 inches too. But I can't really find it if I go to the other side. Again, it kind of, I lost it here. So, but we kind of definitely got into the around that 7 mark, and then I think I ended up chopping it with the saw. I don't think I see it here further down. So either way, that little 30-30 definitely handles pretty fair. I've always been impressed with the sectional density, that performance that comes out of a 30-30. That's a heavier bullet. I really have no interest in a light bullet in a 30-30. I mean, I know it'll be flatter maybe, but anyway, for carrying something around for protection, I think you know, getting a heavier hand load, or other companies that'll do like a 190 grain in a 30-30 would be pretty sweet. But the 444, you know, a lot of people, I mean, obviously it's often not really chambered by many anymore, but it still performed really well. It went good and deep, does its damage. Hey, I mean, it's a good, that thing really chewed a hole the whole way there for a 260 grain, 65 grain bullet versus a 325. But I think Hornady's got something going with this 325 FTX. Had that not been there, you know, who knows how much further we would have traveled there. So anyway, there's some interesting information for you. Hope that helps you out as you enjoy shooting your guns and think about what to carry around when you're in bear country. Take care.